Hey guys, just to go over the briefly about the weekly reading. The first one, reducing voluntary and avoidable turnover through selection. I thought this was pretty interesting, just based on the results that they found. Some of the results that they found was that employees that have a friend or a family member within the organization will have a higher involvement or higher satisfaction with the job or a higher level of commitment to the organization. I found that that was really interesting. I understand why that would be, but some of the questions that they asked applicants for when they did the breakdown with the disguise method in asking applicant what their intent are. I thought that would have a negative impact on the company, because I understand the reason for the experiment. I understand that in order to improve turnover rates, you want to ask applicants what are their intent in the first one. I think that's negative. That could negatively impact your organization because you don't know what an applicant could bring to the table. Yes, you get a brief understanding of who they are through interview, but you don't know how that applicant could improve your company or where that applicant could grow within your company. I feel like instead of focusing on the applicant being the issue for turnover rates, I think the company should focus on with internally about what are causing turnover rates, why are people quitting their jobs, and what the company can do to improve that instead of asking the applicant their intent. I want to go over briefly about the types of recruitment. That was something that I actually learned throughout the readings. They said types of recruitment include job application, job interviews. Yeah. Job application, job interview, listed on company website, online posters such as Indeed or LinkedIn, and social recruiting. I think that to find the right person, developing public image and internal image, and actually giving applicants a realistic preview of what the job is going to be about will help the turnover rates. Because one thing a job applicant don't want to do is read the job description, read what they like, and then when they get to the job is 360-degree different. Nobody wants that. I feel like if organizations are gonna write job descriptions, it should be as close as it is realistically when they put it down on paper. And yeah, that could be difficult, but that's why I think this is where HR and I think industrial organizational psychologists come in when writing job description and understanding the job duties and how to formulate that on paper so that the applicant will know exactly what they're signing up for. This week, questions: have you ever experienced false advertising for a potential job? Definitely. My job as a case manager, I think I use this as an example all the time, but my job as a case manager is the definition of false advertising. Yes, some of the my job duties that were described in the job description were are actually some of my primarily job duties, but there are certain things such as driving 24 the whole 8 hours that you're at work, or even like the image of the organization. I think the image that I had previously joining the team was very different. I saw the organization as like, they're strong, they're known, so they have great benefits, they have this, how the plus signs of what any employee would like to see. But the negative thing that I found out after getting hired was the culture of the job was very different from what they broadcast, or that department culture was very different from what the mission of the organization is. And if that, I feel like if that's the case within any organization, then they should be getting red flag, because you're not upheld in what the mission of the organization is. And that causes turnover. When people come into a company that says they're healthy, they want to see a healthy company, such as, communicating to your employees, not being discriminatory towards your employees, not 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 being like the hard ass managers, if that's the way. Yeah, that's the way I want to put it. The hard ass managers. Last question. Why do organizations use unstructured interviews despite their relatively low validity? I think they use unstructured interviews because unstructured interviews could, I guess, probe into an applicant reaction. So I think applicants kind of review certain questions that get asked on any common interview. And I think when the questions are unstructured, then applicants are not pre- not prepared, but they're not like ready for it. So it gives them a chance to kind of like go with the flow. And I think that's why organizations use it. They want to see how the type of behavior employees will have when they are kind of like, side distracted based on what's being asked. And I think that's why they use unstructured interviews. I don't think unstructured interviews are the best of indicators for somebody's behavior when they're off guard. But organization seems to think that's the way to go. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I know I stutter a lot throughout this, but thank you guys for watching, and see you next week.